Angela da Silva DaCosta was born December 19, 1938. She was one of 7 children. She grew up in Bale, Portugal, and was very proud of her Portuguese heritage. She moved to America in 1959 at the age of 21. It was important to her to be in a place where there would be opportunities for her to have a better life, as well as for her future family. She landed in East Providence, Rhode Island. She met Eduardo DaCosta at a dance, fell in love with him, and married him at the age of 26. She and Eduardo purchased their home in 1964 in Bristol, Rhode Island. She had her first child at 28. Angela had 3 boys and 1 girl. Her Eddie, her Frankie, her Tracy, and her Joey. She loved each and every one of them unconditionally. Angela was dedicated in everything she did. She was dedicated to her husband, to her children, and to the church. She was devoted to St. Elizabeth's Church, and even after she got so sick that she could not attend, she would send her Joey to church every Sunday so she could have the church flyer and read all about the comings and goings of the church. Angela's belief in tradition was very strong. An example of this took place on one of the saddest days for the family, Christmas Day 2008. She lost her husband Eduardo, her children lost their father, and the grandchildren lost their grandpa. Portuguese tradition states that the widow can only wear black, therefore she can no longer wear her favorite color, red. That is why you may look around and see some of us wearing red today to give her back her favorite color. Devotion is a great word to describe her, and she instilled this in her family. She was devoted to her children, and then when they had children, watch out, she was devoted to her grandchildren. Angela has 6 grandchildren: Matthew, Amanda, Caitlin, Olivia, Madison, and Alex. She loved and worried about them all. She worried that they weren't eating enough. You could come in and she would tell you to eat whatever was cooking on the stove 3 times just in case you were being polite when you may have said no, thank you. She worried when they got sick. She would go upstairs to directly check on those 3 that shared her house with her. If she didn't live in the same house, she would call and make sure that they were okay and taking care of themselves. Many of them have their voicemails that Vavage would leave on their cell phones today. She ended every call with, "Bye, I love you." That love was nurtured in the entire family. She would make you feel like you were her favorite, and that was the secret that was just between you and her. Of course you were her favorite. She smiled just for you. She would pray just for you. She would ask you about someone or something that you were worried about, and then she would pray for that to be better. Her family and friends would call her because they believed she had a special connection with God, and things would just be better with Angela in your corner, working her connection and the power of prayer. That love and devotion was weaved into her family as well. When she was in the hospital, her family was always there, never leaving her side. When she moved to the nursing home, they would come making sure that she was not alone in the night. When they came back home, even the dogs would take turns sleeping with her in her chair to ensure she was never alone. Everyone wanted to keep her company because she was such a joy and treasure to be around. She loved her brothers and sisters very much too. She would talk with her sisters daily and would miss their calls when something came up. When Manuela passed away, her brother-in-law, Francisco, picked up the absence and started calling her to fill in the void. That was family and love. It is good that she never learned how to text, because she would have been blowing up the family's phones with checking in. People would call her from all over just to say hi and to hear she loved them. If you were traveling, you would come over to make sure she hugged and kissed you. When you got back, you would check in immediately because you knew you were very special to her and needed to make sure she knew you were okay. And it was okay not to worry anymore. Due to her illness, she was only able to physically go to one of Alex's soccer games. What a game that turned out to be. She pulled out the rosary beads and started praying, and don't you know, Alex scored his first goal of the season with Favage by his side. She would watch all the other games on TV, often pulling out the rosary beads and ensuring that Providence College would win. Even Tom Brady experienced her power of prayer when the Patriots were down in the Super Bowl. Her Tracy asked her mom for a special nudge, and out came the rosary beads, and we all know how that ended. She would want us to tell you how much she cared deeply and loved every one of you here with us today, and even those who could not be here today. She would want you to be at peace, knowing the terrible pain that she was in has now finally subsided. But most important of all, she would want you to know how important it is to be kind to one another, to take care of your family and those closest to you. She would want you to give a hug to those special people in your life, because each and every day that you have with them is truly a gift. And then she would end by saying, "Bye, I love you."
Amanda, this is Rufus. I want to wish you happy birthday. I love you. Bye. Alex, this is Rufus. I want to know what you're doing. I love you. Bye. Medicine is to the boss. I want to know how you're doing. If you're feeling better. Bye, sweetheart. I love you.
No, we kept the name.
It is
Fake.
Yeah, it was fake. You're right.
Are you gonna make a video?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Okay, we ready?
Matthew told Sarah I said happy birthday. I love you. Bye.
Are we ready? Trace, we're ready? Okay, go ahead. She's singing. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear soul. Happy birthday to circles every time they go. And say, pull them out.
Exactly. Oh my God, it's beautiful.
It's funny the dog is chiming in too.
I know.
Yeah, I got it.
Give me some of those goose tracks.
Gina. This is my father. Hello. This is my father, Richard.
Okay. Almost lost it. It would have all been on video. Right this second as she's cutting cake, Gina.
Mom, say hi to Gina.
Okay.